Welcome to Feminine Energy TV. Susie, your host. Today, I'm introducing Feminine Energy TV. In this channel, I will be addressing the woman. What it means to be a woman, what it means to operate in our feminine energy. As women, we are called to support, build this earth, to support, build this world. And when we stay in our feminine energy, only then can we be useful as women. Only then can we impact our world. But today, we find out that many women are struggling with the masculine. Women are trying to function in their masculine energy rather than staying constantly in their feminine energy. And this impacts our world negatively. Now we are going to jump right into watching a video of a lady who is talking about how she operates in her feminine energy and how this benefits her man. You know, as women, our feminine energy helps us to back our men, helps the man to stay in his purpose and fulfill his calling. Because we are called actually to stand and actually help the man. We are called to submit to the energy of the man, which is the masculine energy, and to help the man fulfill his purpose. And to fulfill our purpose as women, staying in our feminine energy would do our household much good and the society in general much good. Now let's jump right into watching the footage of a woman who values and elevates this feminine energy that does her man much good and the society in general.
Because I know it's the most powerful position. Following the lead is less work than being the lead. Shutting the fuck up requires less energy than me running my mouth. Wanting control is a lot more stressful than actually having control in submission. That's gonna go over some heads. Nothing makes a man move like a meek, gentle, feminine spirit. Nothing makes him run like a loud, puffed up, masculine one. Being a weaker vessel lets him know that he has to step up and be the strong one. My protector, my provider, my man. Being a woman is way less tedious than being a man. He has the muscle. Where I am weak, he will be strong. I become his reason, not his headache. I don't want no sore boy, so I'm grateful for my position. Because I love to see him in his power, and I love to yield to his power by being in the most powerful position. As a woman, I strengthen, not weaken.
Very interesting, very wise. This woman understands what it means for a woman to function in her feminine energy. The first thing she makes us to understand is this, that it is beneficial to allow a man to lead. That's a wise woman speaking. We have understood that women are actually struggling for power with men, that they are trying to usurp the authority that has been given to a man. This is a very big problem in our society today, that women have actually dropped from their role to function more as a man. We heard the lady advising us that not being a leader is less stressful than wanting to lead. We find women today being in stress because they are trying to do many things. Those things that they would have handed over to men to do, they are trying to do these things. Feminism has destroyed our society today by making women to feel that they can function as men and that they should take the role of a man and that they can do everything by themselves without needing a man. But we understand that being a man means doing more work. Being a leader means to shoulder more responsibility. To take the lead is not an easy work to do. That is why we find many women today in a confused, chaotic state, because they are taking upon themselves work that has not been given unto them. Work that a man should do as a leader, women say they can do it as well. And we find the family structure breaking because of this kind of mindset. This lady, a wise woman, functioning in her feminine energy, is letting us women to know that it's better not to be a leader than wanting to be one, because it's less stressful not being one. Again, she mentions the fact that shutting up saves us more energy than wanting to be the one talking. We see women today not being able to carry out discussion with men, to dialogue with men. Why? Because they feel that men must stay quiet to listen to them talk. And this robs them of their energy. Because when you find a woman wanting to push her argument forward, it makes her to operate much in weakness than in strength. Because shutting up is more powerful than trying to push your argument. Allow the man to take the lead and save energy to be able to be helpful to a man than wanting to take the leadership position, than trying to do more talking than it's required. Stay quiet. Learn to shut up and allow the man to speak. Allow the man to speak, and you will save much energy by so doing, and you will be more helpful to the family, to your husband, to your man, to your partner, than when you talk a lot. Learn to shut up. That's what we've been advised by that wise woman functioning in her feminine energy. How powerful it is to function in a feminine energy. Learn to listen to the man. Learn to give an ear so you can be of help. Learn to stay quiet. We find women today, even before a man finishes a sentence, she has spoken 10 sentences, exposing her weakness and not functioning in the feminine energy. How beautiful it is to function in our feminine energy. It saves us much stress. It saves us much energy. It saves us much time. It purifies us. It makes us to be in a position of power where we can hear, listen, and help. And again, she tells us that wanting to be in control is more stressful than being in control in submission. Yeah, wanting to be in control is more stressful than being in control in submission. Yeah, the woman is actually more powerful when she submits. A woman reveals her tenderness in submission. A woman reveals her power in submission. Tell me, woman, how can you help your man? How can you help a man, and how can you help your family and the society in general when you take this masculine position? When you function more like a man, how can you help your household? Most often you would hear men making the statement like, she functions more like a man, and this does not please me. Yeah, there can be two pilots in the same boat. If there are two pilots in the same boat, soon the boat will sink. Being in our feminine energy empowers the man, helps the man to fulfill purpose. It's better to be in a submissive position than wanting to have control and taking the position of authority of a leader. This is being given to a man, and a man is called to be a leader. Let's give the man his masculine energy. Let's allow the man to function in his masculine energy and be the man he's called to be and fulfill purpose. And in our feminine energy, we are also fulfilling our purpose as a woman, as a helper, as a supporter. We help lift the man up in our feminine energy. We help the man fulfill purpose in our feminine energy. We are strongest in our feminine energy, and we are much helpful in our feminine energy. She said, we shouldn't dress men more in feminine clothes. It's also possible that women dress men in feminine clothing while they are putting on the masculine clothing. If we are usurping the power that has been given to a man, the leadership, this means we are indirectly clothing the man as a woman while we are the ones wearing the suits and being puffed up in as a masculine than being soft as a feminine. We shouldn't fight for power, for leadership. We shouldn't usurp and weaken our men. But we should function in our feminine energy to help the man fulfill his purpose. We shouldn't clothe our men as women while we are being men. Now, that is disruptive to the structure that God has put in place. God called the woman the helper. God called the woman to back the husband and called the husband to be the head and the leader. And the woman can only fulfill this purpose when she is walking in her feminine energy. When she slips into the masculine energy, the tendency is that she will weaken her husband and usurp power, usurp the authority that has been given to the husband, to the man, to her man, and function like a man. And before you realize, the house is collapsing, the ship is sinking, the rain is falling, and the society and its structure is broken down and collapsing because women are usurping authority and leadership. They want positions that they haven't been called to function into, to walk into. Have you ever seen a woman building a bridge somewhere? Have you ever seen a woman being sent out for war? Have you ever given them a gun to go for war? We find men doing the hard work. Again, the lady says, in the weaker vessel, we give the man the opportunity to step up to be a strong man. We give him the opportunity. This means men need that opportunity. They need that stage to function in their masculinity. And who gives them the stage? The woman. Who gives them the opportunity? The woman. Which means the woman has to step back and allow the man to take the step, to take the stage and show forth his manliness and show forth his masculinity, and to be that strong man that he is called to be. The woman has to step down and be the weaker vessel and give authority to whom it is due, and give power and leadership to whom it is due, and I'll give the opportunity to the man to do what he is called to do and to fulfill his purpose. The woman has to step back and stand as the weaker vessel. We are called the weaker vessel. But we have to give the men the opportunity to function in their strength and in their purpose and calling. Give them the opportunity to be the protector, the provider, the fighter, he is called to be. There are some women, they don't even allow the man to pick their bags. They don't even allow, they will tell the man, I can do it myself. They don't allow the man to function in his strength because it's like they are competing in strength together. Because women today says what men can do, we can also do. And they weaken the position of the man. And actually this is demonic, if you permit me to say this. This is demonic. How much can you use your feminine energy to support a man fulfill purpose? While you are supporting him, you are also fulfilling your purpose as a woman and in your feminine energy. Only when you help a man are you helping yourself and are you fulfilling your own purpose as a woman. We also heard her say, being a woman is less tedious than being a man. And that's true. 100% true. Being a man means being called to work, being called to till the ground, being called to do the work. So, woman, do you want to do the work? Do you know how much energy it takes to do the work? Do you know how much strength it takes to do the work? Do you know how much strength is needed to build a bridge, to make a building stand? Do you know how much is needed to be a leader, the work that is hidden behind? Yes, being a woman is less tedious than being a man. Enjoy your womanhood in your feminine energy. Take the position of a woman and enjoy your being and your calling and fulfill your purpose in your feminine energy. It's less tedious to be a woman than to be a man. Much is expected of men than is expected of women. So woman, can you meet up with that which is expected from a man? Yes, the lady goes on to say, when I am weak, then he is strong. What a beautiful saying. It goes without saying that only when one is weak does the other have the opportunity to be strong. Only when you stay in the position of weakness not meaning that you are weak and that the man has an advantage over you. That's not what it means. It just means there can't be two captains on the same ship. And only when you are weak can he be strong. Yes, give him the opportunity to unfold as a man in his masculinity, in his power, and in leadership. Be weak. Take that position. And it's also a position of power. Knowing how to exercise your weakness is a position of power and of control. Doing it the reverse is a form of weakness. Trying to sleep more in the masculine position is also a weakness. Staying in your feminine energy is a demonstration of power. Yes, demonstrate your worth and your power as a woman by stepping down to be the weaker vessel and allow your man to stay in power and function as a man. Oh yeah, the lady goes on to say, be his reason and not his headache. How many women today are headache to men? I have said it. How many women today are headache to men than a reason for their growth? Today we find many men being depressed. We find men being depressed and not able to fulfill their purpose as a man because the women they are relating to are more a headache to them than a helper. Because the women are trying to compete, always complaining, always being the victim than being a helper. Yes, this woman in the video is a wise woman, functioning and understanding what it means to be a woman and to function in the feminine energy. When I am weak, then he is strong. If you like this kind of content, do well to subscribe. Press the like button so that YouTube will promote this video and many will be able to find it and benefit from this content. Also leave a comment at the comment section so we can talk. Press the notification button. As soon as I upload a new video, you would be first to be notified. Help share this video so it might reach many people. Thank you.